Hey, little boy, what's your name?
Joe.
Where are you?
Right here.
Whose house is this?
Grandma's.
Why don't you get on the bicycle and ride for us, will you?
I'm sorry, I can't. I have to do something.
Now here we have an antique. This stereo cabinet was bought at Montgomery Ward's. It's made of fine wood-like particle board. The stereo probably works. And on it we have pictures of various and many people. Of course we have the two grandsons. And soon there will be another picture of a third grandson when we get it.
Mommy, don't. Grandma, don't.
Mom, tell me about this bookcase over in the corner.
Oh, that used to be where the chimney came up. And the stove sat here.
Don't.
My dad, when
Grandma,
we
don't
started
forget
remodeling
to
it.
send Brooke shoes.
Yeah,
I got it in this letter.
and the clock there in the in the bookcase belonged to Vera Davies' grandparents, and I bought it at their sale. And it was raining, and her granddad said, I can't imagine anybody paying, I think it was $12 or something for that old clock.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, we're looking at the clock.
I think I paid about $12 for it. Her grandfather thought, he wondered who that crazy woman was that would pay that much for an old clock. There were quite a few antique dealers there, though, and they were interested in it.
How old do you suppose the clock
Oh,
is?
I don't know. Her grandparents were pretty good age at that time.
So who built the bookcase?
My dad. Your grandpa built the bookcase whenever they remodeled in here. See, all these archways were wooden doors, big wooden doors. And when they remodeled here, that was right after Grandma died. She died just a month after we were married. We were married on her birthday, and she was been 90 years old on her birthday. And they remodeled this. And then my folks came over here to live. And these things were done at that time.
So who did the remodeling?
My dad, Grandpa.
Tell me about that dining room table.
Well, when we came out here, we had to sell our dining room set, and because it was too large for this room. So we went to a sale. Some people were going to California, and they were selling out. And they said at that time that it was about 100 years old.
What year did you buy it?
Well, we were married. Oh, we came out here in '45, so I suppose it was right in there sometime.
Tell me about the chair there beside it.
Well, that chair was one of Grandma Slusser's chair, my grandmother's, and it's oak. But we had it and other chairs. This one back in here, those belong to your dad or your grandpa's, or your dad's parents, and I had them refinished. These are walnut, and those were oak, but I had the oak made to look like walnut, so we would have 8
so they
chairs.
match.
There's 4 of each one.
How many of these captain chairs are there?
There's 4.
4 of those, and
There
how
were
many?
6, but his dad didn't take too much interest in old things. And there were a couple broken ones, and there was an antique dealer came to our house one time in Delaware. He sold them to him.
So the ones without arms are from your family.
And the ones with the arms are from the McKinneys.
How about this chest out here in the dining room?
That chest belonged to my mother's cousin, Lula and John Acton. And I don't know much about the history. It might have belonged to his parents. It's old because I have no idea about it. But they say those pulls that are on it are pretty old. And the clock belonged to my grandmother. I remember that when I was a little girl. It always stood in here, but I can't remember too much more about it other than I always saw it. It was always there.
Why isn't it up on the shelf where it usually is?
Well, because I've been trying to get it fixed. I paid a man about $40 to fix it, and I've taken it back twice. He thinks it's not a little level, so when I brought it back this time, I set it there the other day. It was just Jonathan and I went out and got it. So I'm going to fix it, though, if I put it back on the shelf again and see if I can get it so it will be where it should
Here's
be.
something I remember growing up with, that mirror. Tell me about that mirror.
Well, that mirror belongs to the dresser that's in the bedroom. It belonged to your Aunt Gladys. It was
John's, just say.
John's sister, and it belonged to some of her relatives. I don't know. I have no idea about too much of where his things came from, but they must have come from his grandparents, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because they lived at where they lived. The grandmother lived with them. The grandfather died when John was quite young. So, or not John, but when John's dad was quite young. The boys did the farming. They're just young kids, and
That would be Dad's father?
yeah, they did the farming. The mother lived with them then. Afterwards, as I understand it, they had sort of a stone house at one time, but then the one that we lived in with them, there was an older, it was a newer house. It was built. Now what do you want to know? Don't start just taking pictures of me.
I did something. Now, I faded out. I'm going to fade in here at the
Fade
China.
out with me.
Yeah.
I don't especially care.
Okay, tell me about the china cabinet.
Oh, the china cabinet, there were some friends of ours, and went to the church in Delaware where we did, and we were visiting them one time, and when we got, I was admiring that cabinet. I'd always wanted a corner cabinet, and of course I liked old things, antique. I was admiring it, and they said, well, they were moving pretty soon. Said the lady that belonged to, where they rented, wanted to sell it. So I said, well, you get in touch with her, and so we bought it for $50, and it's never had anything done to it. We never refinished it. That's the way it's always
Except you
been.
painted the inside.
Painted the inside. It was pink inside.
So you have no idea how old it is?
No, it has to be quite old from what I can hear, from what I see about it. And those things up on the top were, the two vases are my grandmother's, are the three color. They're old, I know that. And I don't know about the other glassware.